I've got something brand new today. You may or may not have heard about this subscription box. I know it seems like we are inundated with subscription boxes right and left and center, but the tackle companies themselves are starting to get into it. And today I have one from Jewel Baits, and they call it the Fish Tools box. And as they say, this may be all the tools you need. Kind of an interesting concept. Your baits are your tools. So let's break her open. I really like Jewel Baits. That's why I went ahead and ordered this, because I have been a Jewel Bait fan for years and years. They're kind of based in the Midwest where I live anyway, and their jigs in particular and some of their other lures are just lights out. And I've had tons of success, especially on their Pro Spider jig. So I'm interested to see what they've come up with. I'm also interested, this is kind of like the way 6th Sense has done it. 6th Sense is doing just their own Super 6 sacks. Now Jewel's doing their only toolbox. I just wonder if they have enough in their line of products to continue this month after month after month without people getting bored. I don't know. We'll see. I could be pleasantly surprised. I hope I am. All right, so they have a paperwork thing here. They've got a pro tip on the back. They've got Fish Tools Catching Blueprint, which talks about each of the lures in the box this month. All right, this looks very familiar to me. The EF Finesse Flip'n Jig. This looks very similar in style and color to my favorite Pro Spider jig. These are just a little more finessey, and this is a watermelon red color. And I'll go ahead and take this out so that you can see it. Finesse Flipper. Look at the head there, though, and you can see that's not a Pro. The Pro Spider head that I've been talking about is round. This flipping jig, you can see, is shaped like a lot of flipping jigs. And they have really nice, their hooks penetrate quite well. They're kind of like the, what do they call it, the O'Shaughnessy bend sort of hook. But pretty decent keeper. And they also have a rattle collar, which I like on their baits. So they're ready to load up with rattles if you so desire, and I do desire in my part of the world oftentimes. Now here's a swim jig. This is a 3/8 ounce Swim-it in Jewel Shad. The Swim-it offers unique swim jig properties afforded by its flat, wide-bodied design. Let's take it out. As I said, this is called Jewel Shad. Looks kind of like a Dalmatian dog. A little bit of pink in there. A little bit of purple. And of course white. It's got a white weed guard. There's the head. Kind of let you see what their swim jig head looks like. And it also has a collar for rattles. And look at their keeper. Their keeper is the kind that, penetrates the plastic and then hooks on the shank of the hook. I have to admit, swim jig is one of my least favorite techniques, so I have not fished a Jewel swim jig. Now I've got the opportunity. Okay, next up, it's called the Gem Blade 2.0. And this is basically a spinner bait with a swim bait attached. And this is the Kitech Fat Swing Impact swim bait. Just the old swim bait, spinner bait combo. Looks interesting, 5/16 of an ounce. Again, that's a new to me. And this gem, they have certain series. This is, I guess, is called the Gem series, because here's something else. The Gem Shad 2.0 8th ounce swim bait heads. You could put Kitex on there. All of their lures have this, what they call the Grip Tech Keeper System. This is an 1/8 ounce white, but you know, they've got that, they've got this shaft here that's got ribs on it to hold your baits on. And this has the exact same keeper system on it as well. And here's kind of a newer lure, I believe, the Craw. Seems like this is new for them. This is the Craw Junior. It's 3 inches. And this color is called Bass Whacker. And I think that looks great. I would really like to fish this. The Craw does it all. So here's the features of the Craw. 4 legs that can be rigged multiple ways, streamlined body, bulkier, slower fall, unique, customizable action. Let's take it out and see if we can see what these 4 leg things are. It's definitely got a lot of tentacles on the outside of it. It is compact, and you know, these little compact, you could put that on a Ned rig. You could use that as a jig trailer. You can see it's got the 2 pinchers here, and then it's got 2 inner pinchers. So you could also, you know about this customizable stuff. You could, a lot of action with 4. You could tear these 2 outer ones off, and then you've got like a real tiny little craw. You could pull these out and then just have the 2 flappers. You could pull all the side appendages off and really trim this down and make it a little flipping, punching rig. There's a lot you could do with it, it's versatile, which is probably why they call it the Craw. I like that color too. I can see myself fishing with this quite a bit. I likey Craw. This is one thing I like about subscription boxes. You get exposed to tackle maybe you wouldn't buy because there's so much of it on the market, but then when you get it, you're like, wow, that's pretty awesome. I want to try that. All right, 2 more, and this is stuff in their Special Ops series. This is called the Tactical Flip'n HD, 11/16 of an ounce. And this is kind of got a military bent to it. And they've even got, this is kind of cool, they've even got a tribute to a U.S. service member that was killed in action. This is Major Gregory Fritz. That's kind of a cool idea. So this is just a big Flip'n Jig, 11/16 of an ounce. It's kind of hard to see in all the packaging, so I will take it out as well. This color is also called Bass Whacker, which that Craw was a Bass Whacker. So you could pair those up together. Put the old Craw on the back of this. This is a heavy flipping jig, but man, it looks great. I'm telling you, if you have not tried Jewel Jigs, you need to try them. I think because they're kind of old school, a lot of people tend to brush them off, and you should not make that mistake. They are great jigs. Last item. Speaking of my Pro Spider jig, here it is. It's just in the tactical series. And here they've got Staff Sergeant Liam Flynn, who was killed in 2015. And this is a charity. I was reading more about it. It's a charity that is designed to help support the spouses of fallen service members. This is green pumpkin candy. Let me show you the Jewel, the Pro spider jig. It's got a ball head jig, ball head. And what I like about it, some guys do not like, but it has a wire weed guard. And I like the wire weed guard. A lot of guys don't. They want fiber. But I think this is one of the strengths. And they tried to modify this and take away the wire weed guard, and they've brought it back, and I'm glad they have. And of course, always comes with your rattle collar, and it's got a good keeper on there to hold your lure on. The Pro Spider jig is versatile. You can use it a ton of different ways. It's a great jig. This is the 7/16 ounce. They have a 5/16. They have an even smaller one than that. I'm trying to think what size it is. I'll put it on the screen if I can remember. But really great jigs. Jewel baits are excellent. I actually like this toolbox from them this month a lot. Maybe it's because I'm partial to the Jewel jigs, but I'm going to try their little swim bait heads and the gem blade. Hope you liked this. Hope it was informative. I'm sure some of you that are watching have never fished Jewel baits before. Maybe this will help you decide to try them out. I think you will not regret it because I've always been very happy with my Jewel products. Hope this was helpful and informative. If so, please subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and hit that notification bell. I greatly appreciate it. Until next time, this is Mr. Bass. Happy fishing!